She looked me dead in the eye and said, "She's not my responsibility tonight." Last year, I got an unexpected wedding invitation from an old friend I hadn't spoken to in years. We weren't particularly close anymore, but the wedding was local and curiosity got the best of me. The invitation said it was a child-free wedding, aside from the bride and groom's own kids. There were kids everywhere, not just the bride and groom's kids, like everyone brought their kids. What did get under my skin was how unchecked the kids were. They were literally running wild, darting between guests while parents shrugged and sipped champagne. It was supposed to be unplugged, but the woman in front of us didn't get the memo. Not only was her phone out, she stood in the aisle with it, blocking the photographer. The bridesmaids came wobbling down, visibly tipsy, and the maid of honor, already buzzed, had to break character mid-ceremony to snap at the woman with the phone. It was chaotic, and somehow still kind of beautiful. First, it became clear the bartenders had come stocked with booze and only booze. No water, no juice, not even soda. The father of the bride actually had to leave the reception and make a store run. The best man delivered a genuinely heartfelt toast about how the bride had changed the groom's life for the better. And then came the maid of honor, stumbling, slurring, and absolutely plastered. She launched into what started as a sentimental story about growing up with the bride and spiraled into a 5-minute true crime monologue. I wish I was exaggerating. She described in detail all the self-defense techniques she'd learned and all the ways she could hypothetically, quote, make the groom disappear if he ever hurt her best friend. At one point, she slurred and said, "And I'd get away with it too." Everyone was frozen. The bride laughing hysterically. The groom and his family staring in horror. Hours later, when we had to duck out to relieve the babysitter, we passed one of the bride's young children wandering the venue alone, crying. I gently asked her what was wrong, and she said she couldn't find her mom. So I went looking and eventually found the bride, outside, drunk, and laughing with friends. I let her know her daughter was upset and looking for her. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "She's not my responsibility tonight. She'll find someone else." I haven't spoken to the bride since, but I still find myself thinking about that night at least once a week. That's actually crazy.